August the 11th is the feast day of St. Clare of Assisi. St. Clare is certainly an important figure in Franciscan history. Today, many will say that she is the co-founder of the Franciscan movement, and at least in many ways, that would have to be an accurate statement. For it would seem that she was one person with whom Francis of Assisi often shared his dreams, his visions, that they must have discussed what the Lord was calling them to do. And perhaps no one lived the dream more fully than did Francis and Clare. They're the ones who really give us an example even to the present day. St. Clare, who died in the year 1253, was the first woman to write a rule of life for women religious. The Poor Clare nuns, as they are known today, still follow that rule of life in their convent monasteries. Today, they, in a special way, are beginning a celebration in preparation for the 800th anniversary of Clare beginning this way of life. As far as we know, it was in March of the year 1212 that Clare quietly left her family's home, went to meet Francis and some of the brothers at the little chapel outside of Assisi that we know today as the Portiuncula. There she was received into this way of life, and she went to live in a convent with other sisters until other women joined her in this pursuit. Once that had happened, they were given the little chapel, and a convent was built, the chapel of San Damiano. It's that chapel that Francis had rebuilt. It was there that he was praying when he heard Jesus speak to him from the crucifix and say, "Rebuild my church." And that became the great home of the Poor Clare sisters. And that's where Clare lived for so many years and passed into eternal life. We know that she truly is a woman that we can look to with great respect. She was from a family of minor nobility. She certainly must have had some education, and clearly she was a woman of great faith. Today, all Franciscans look to Clare for inspiration, for that steadfastness in holding on to the way of life that she and Francis had declared and discovered. She was one who really wanted to live that life of poverty. In this 8th centenary, we hope many more people will discover her way of life, and that the Poor Clares in particular will receive many vocations to their way of life, a life of ministry and prayer, particularly for the needs of the church. They certainly are a blessing to the larger church community. Here at St. Clement Church, we call this little chapel in the parish office the St. Clare Chapel. It's open each day so that just as Clare had great devotion to the Eucharist, so others can come and make a visit to the Eucharist if they're passing by the church or stopping at the office for some purposes. Let us invoke St. Clare. May she intercede for us. May she help us to have that clarity of vision that she was known for. May we too be good and faithful followers of St. Francis, and that way that Francis and Clare dreamed of together and lived so well. This is Father Donald at St. Clement Church in Rosedale. May the Lord's peace be with you.